We're going to disrupt the criminal forces.
To do that, the Ministry of National Security has been allocated a budget of $60.68 billion. It will go towards increasing the mobility of the security forces, recruit and train more police personnel, modernize correctional facilities, and enhance border security and immigration services. The largest portion of the National Security Ministry's budget in the 2017-2018 fiscal year is for recurrent or housekeeping expenses. The allocation includes more than $14 billion to meet the operating expenses of the Jamaica Defense Force.
It is our goal to assist the police in bringing wrongdoers to face the justice system.
$1.97 billion is also allocated for expenses related to public order and safety. It includes increases to the budgets of the Police Civilian Oversight Authority and the Witness Protection Program. The ministry's recurrent budget also includes over $540 million to operate the Institute of Forensic Science and Legal Medicine. The Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, will earn its entire operating budget of $2.64 billion. And the Jamaica Constabulary Force has been provided with a budget of $33 billion to execute its mandate to protect and serve.
We expect compliance from citizens, and we expect the police to enforce the law without favor, affection, malice, or ill will.
Among the JCF's major expenditures this fiscal year is $1.04 billion to facilitate the training and development of new recruits and serving members of the force at the National Police College. The Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime CTOC services will receive $710.9 million to investigate organized and financial crimes of a highly complex nature, including money laundering and the illegal proceeds of drug activities.
Every inmate must get an opportunity to be exposed to purposeful rehabilitation so they can be successfully reintegrated.
To manage Jamaica's adult and juvenile correctional facilities, the Department of Correctional Services has been allocated $6.57 billion in this year's budget. Of that amount, $79.6 million is to train new and in-service correctional officers. $4.65 billion is budgeted to operate the 6 adult correctional facilities, and $983.32 million to operate 4 juvenile correctional centers and 1 juvenile remand center. $552.58 million is also budgeted for probation and parole services. Government will be spending a little over $3 billion on national security capital projects this fiscal year. As part of a $2 billion budget for Defense Force operations, new vehicles and aircraft will be purchased for the Jamaica Defense Force, and $350 million is provided to construct new accommodation, office, and storage facilities at Lathbury Barracks or Park Camp. The Correctional Services' $200 million capital budget includes a project to renovate and rehabilitate facilities at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center and $21.4 million to purchase new vehicles. And the police services will receive $670 million to purchase motor vehicles and bikes for the Jamaica Constabulary Force, upgrade radio networks, supply and install CCTVs, and purchase handheld traffic ticket devices, and build a new police station in Montego, St. James, and expand the building at the Caribbean Regional Drug Training Center, Red Track.
That is to put another floor on top of Red Track, which will give us more room so that we can have 2 courses running at the same time and therefore churn out more persons.
The Ministry of National Security's multilateral and bilateral partners will also support another $1.25 billion in capital expenditure for the 2017-2018 fiscal year. $140.9 million is budgeted to continue work under the Justice, Security, Accountability and Transparency Project, JSAT. Among other things, this year's allocation will rehabilitate and equip classrooms and dormitories at the National Police College. As part of its $1.1 billion allocation, the Citizen Security and Justice Program 3 will provide vocational skills training to beneficiaries and continue violence interruption services in 40 communities. And a new 2-year project will begin in April, focused on the reintegration and rehabilitation of deported persons.
It is the year when changes are going to come. It is the year when we are going to confront some things.